Let's talk about arcs. Arcs are basically they're like a fraction of the circle, okay? So when we talk about the circle itself, the circle goes the entire way around, but an arc would just be like a small portion of that, okay? And we have some special names for different types of arcs. We've got semicircles. A semicircle is basically that when we go exactly halfway around the circle, okay? So a semicircle would look kind of like this. It would just be half a circle, literally half a circle and no more. Okay, a minor arc is basically an arc that's smaller than half the circle. So something like this, that would be a minor arc. Notice it's just a very small piece of a circle. And then a major arc is one that's more than half of the circle. So if I drew an arc that kind of looked like this, that would be a major arc, okay? Because again, it represents more than half of the circle, okay? So that would be a good example of a major arc. Sorry, I didn't draw that very well. Almost like a C, okay? So it's not quite a whole circle, but it's more than half a circle. That's a major arc, okay? So, and again, an arc is just part of that curve of the circle, all right? Semicircle is half, minor arc is less than half, and a major arc is bigger than half, okay? And so here we want to identify the different things. So I want to identify a semicircle, a minor arc, and a major arc. And so when you look at this thing, the symbol for arcs, just like a line segment, if I did line segment AB, I just put a line segment above it to show that I'm talking about a line segment. For an arc, I literally am going to put a little arc above it, okay? So a semicircle, something like this guy, because AB is a diameter, a semicircle would be this half of the circle, okay? And you could also call it something like the other half of the circle right here. Let me label that in green. That would also be a semicircle, okay? And so here's the trick. When we look at something like this, I might try saying something like arc AB. The problem with that, and just like anything else when we do this in geometry, is we have to be specific enough. When I talk about arc AB, is that the purple arc? Or is that the green arc? Okay? And so sometimes it's beneficial to include a third point here because that can distinguish. See, if I were to say arc, and once again, connecting these in order, A, C, B, if I connected A to C to B in that order, it clearly gives me the green arc this time. If I wanted to label the purple arc, I would need another point here to ensure that I'm labeling the purple mark. So maybe I put something like D here, and I would say, hey, that's A, D, B. And if I draw an arc that connects those 3 points in order, it gives me that purple arc. Okay? And so once again, it's one of those things where we just have to be specific enough that we know exactly what everybody's talking about. Okay? When we draw arcs, we tend to, if we only use 2 points, when we use 2 points, it'll automatically be the shortest distance, okay? So for minor arcs, we only ever have to use 2 points. For example, if I said arc AB, the shortest distance from A to B, or sorry, I want to do arc BC, lost track of my letters here. If I did arc BC, the shortest distance from B to C is this little guy right here. It's this minor arc, okay? And so the question is, well, how do you know it's B to C instead of going the long way around, saying, I'm going to go from B all the way around to C going this way, okay? And really, it just comes down to kind of an etiquette thing. We just have decided that, hey, whenever we label this, it's always the shortest distance between these. So if I say BC, it's automatically talking about the small arc. If I want to talk about the big arc going the whole way around from B to C, that purple guy, well, that would be a major arc. I would have to label it this way. I would have to label it as arc BAC. And by saying BAC, now if I connect those in that order, B all the way around to A and then to C, well, that would give me the major arc. So major arcs are always going to have to be written in terms of 3 points. Minor arcs can always be 2 points because, again, when we label these, it's always what's the shortest distance, okay?